Those who had supposedly come to plant the cornerstones have currently run too. So the residents are saying nobody is going to plant any cornerstone here. They are going to resist, and they put up
it must be fully implemented, it must be enforced.
From Congatown Catholic community here along the Totman Boulevard. As you can see, that tire is up in flames and the smoke is oozing and bellowing up into the skies. This is supposed to be a very, very peaceful Sunday morning here, but as you can see, these guys are taking away the sea rods, and this is the
act that established it. As we all know in this country, that Liberia is a country of law, not men, and that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice. If the Supreme Court rule against recommendation that contain biases, and say it is unconstitutional, it is unenforceable, and you in the House of Elder want to enforce it and do something to the contrary, then to me it's a mistake. That's what I've been speaking against. Yesterday, they started signing secretly in the protest office, and it left on Nimba County. That's what I asked, where is Nimba? I demanded the report to be brought to me. And in your presence, before Esther, I signed, but before fixing my signature, I said, I want to know what happened to the 300 babies from Nimba. Who took them from their mother bosom, brought them to Liberia, Monrovia, and dumped them in a well upside down to parole? What happened to our people in the Lutheran Church? About 600 of them. Who entered there and killed them? Who entered the Greystone compound, where you got a new American embassy now, and slaughtered all of our people? Who lay a blockade to JFK and slaughtered all of our people that were on the beaches there? I want to know. But if you want to deal with the recommendation of the TRC to go after those people, that is wrong, because the Supreme Court has ruled. That's what I've been saying. If you want to bring a war crime court, the best thing to do is to write the United Nations directly so that the UN can send an investigation team to go all the way again to the counties to find out information about those people who may have committed heinous crime. But it should not be based on the TRC that is bogus. Because the commission divided into two parts, 4 against 3. That is Prebu, that is Dorope, who was the co-chair of Verdia, that is Reverend Dr. Koma, Sheikh Afoma Kone, against Verdia, John Stewart, and Master Washington. And the 4 wrote their dissenting position to the Liberian Senate that the names were crookedly selected and put for prosecution. And after signing the document today, we are watching to see what will be the outcome.
Hello folks, good morning from Congatown Catholic community here along the Totman Boulevard. As you can see, that tire is up in flames and the smoke is oozing and bellowing up into the skies. This is supposed to be a very, very peaceful Sunday morning here, but as you can see, these guys are taking away the steel rods, and this is the disputed land in the Catholic community that the gay family did get a ruling from the Supreme Court to claim their property, but this has been met with stiff resistance. Community dwellers, some of whom have said they are not going to evacuate. Some of the homes have already been demolished. And this is in district number 10, Monrovia County. So what we've gathered this morning is that some folks had come earlier to plant cornerstones, saying that they've bought the land from the gay family and they are come to plant their cornerstones. The residents are agitating and saying that nobody is going to plant any sort of cornerstone here. This case is in court. We have the elders to speak to as well. They did chase people away. So where you see at the far end is where those who have supposedly come to plant the cornerstones have currently run to. So the residents are saying nobody is going to plant any cornerstone here. They are going to resist, and they've put up a no-go zone with the smoke. Now you can see the set tires are ablaze, and so far only one officer from the Liberian National Police would they see on the scene, and even the officer accompanied those who came to plant their cornerstones. So this is what is happening currently here at the Catholic Junction community. The demolition and the evacuation exercise that was granted by the court, placing the gay family in 13.7 acres of land that spans from here all the way to the beach. But I want to see if we can speak to one of the elders. Morning, Papa, how are you? Morning, Chief, morning. This is Spoon TV. You want to speak to us quickly? We see that tire has been set ablaze. What is going on here, sir?
Why you see me on my way to church? And this family already have a problem with their record. Several people go to this place. Nobody should come and do anything. But while I was dressing going to church, I saw a group of people in a truck with cement and steel rods, saying the team will do what they call plenty truck steel rod, put it corner to do something. I said, no. Some people already told us nobody should get until we go through what and Sunday morning, why people are going to church?
There is a ruling from the Supreme Court that placed the gay family in 13.7 acres of land. When was this new prohibition that you're talking about issued by the Supreme Court?
Supreme Court, yes, it's true. They was given the right that we wouldn't file what we call a bill of information to our lawyer.
Okay.
And so our lawyer called us, we went there, our lawyer talked to us, and they said we should come this last Friday, I said Thursday. They asked them to bring here report. They asked us, and they told us that nobody should do anything. Supreme Court, they just in chamber, Kabah. He said nobody should do anything in that community until Supreme Court go through the other place, a deep clean, but I'm going to fight the gay, the Baslo, the Kazoo, the Finley, the Plumber. Just one place, deep clean, I'm going to fight. So the court said they got to go through it, then they will decide who will come.
Okay, so in that rule, in that opinion from the court, in amended that nothing should happen here. When was that said? Last Thursday. And today you see people coming with cornerstone, coming to plant cornerstone.
Cement and black. They told all the people send them here to plant cornerstone and do solve it.
Okay, sir.
They said no, we can't obey the Supreme Court rule.
All right, sir. Your name again?
Mr. Red.
Mr. Red, thank you. Thank you. So we see this group contains women, children, the young, the old. These are people who have been affected by the demolition and the evacuation exercise. This has caused a lot of national attention. Over 700 to 1,000 plus families made homeless so far. So as you can see, the community dwellers are retreating into the community. They are retreating into the community, but they've set tires ablaze here, and they have said nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to plant any sort of cornerstone here until the Supreme Court can grant their bill of information. According to one of the community leaders, they were at the court on Thursday, the Supreme Court, after previously rendering a verdict in favor of the gay family September of last year, and then the lower court granting them an eviction and ejection notice to claim their property, 13.75 acres of land. Now there is a new stay order placed here. This land is a serious issue here in the Catholic community. If we take you through the community, you see so many structures, not just this, so many structures have already been demolished, and this spans from the Catholic Junction area.
So many years, and we submitted our resolution. That's why you hear me speaking all the time. But I'm not afraid. And besides that, the call for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code have been based solely and wholly on the recommendations of the TRC recommendations. What are recommendations? First thing, recommendations are not binding. They are not laws that are binding. So for people to be clamoring that it must be fully implemented, it must be enforced, is a sad mistake. They're speaking of the ignorant. Because recommendations are one, advice, suggestion.
And then we have a couple of, why are you videotaping me? Why are you videotaping this?
And he's one of your security here. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So I came out, my little daughter and myself, on my age, we are in the car. They come in and see an armed men and all them took in and see and they walk to the car.
Are you one of those the president suspended?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you stay with me here as an employee of LTA.
I'm an employee of LTA.
Okay. They are here or so that you can be in the know that they are around.
People were taking away
The ELWA community the ELWA community. We are coming to you live. This is Spoon TV live. My name is Haji. I'm here with Sylvester. So the lady.
Our resolution. That's why you hear me speaking all the time. But I'm not afraid. And besides that, the call for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code have been based solely and wholly on the recommendations of the TRC recommendation. Recommendation. First, the recommendations are not binding. They are not laws that are binding. So for people to be clamoring that it must be fully implemented and not be enforced is a sad mistake. They're speaking on the ignorance. Because recommendations are one, advice, suggestion, counsel, or opinion. They are not binding. They are subject to legal scrutinization. The person to whom the recommendations are made needs to verify whether those recommendations are in conformity with the Constitution or with the very act and established as the rules. And Nigeria is a country of law and there is a people who against recommendations that contain biases, and say it is unconstitutional, it is unreasonable, and you in the house of elder want to enforce it and do something to the contrary. Then it is a mistake. That's what I'm speaking. Yesterday, the fellow son is in the court office, and they left all the member comes. That's what I asked. Where is member? I demanded to report to what to do. In your presence, before aside, but before fixing on something, I said, I want to know what happened to the 200 days for me. Who told them from the Lord who some
My minor is in the car. You cannot search and still holding my car. Please open the gate. What else do you need?
Okay, so she is alarming that her right is being infringed on, and that there is no need to keep her waiting with her child in the car while they are refusing for her to leave.
Okay, folks, it's another very beautiful Monday morning. It's a little bit cold in Monrovia and some parts of Liberia. Oh yes, there was a heavy downpour of rain in Monrovia last evening. And I also understand that there was a heavy downpour of rain in Nimba County. Yeah. But the sad thing about this rain is the storm that it comes with. You know, most of our houses in Liberia are makeshift. So it becomes worrisome when a rainfall is being accompanied by, heavy storm. And that exactly led to a lot of people being homeless. We understand in Gbapolo County and in other parts of Liberia, there was also, heavy downpour of rain in Gbapolo County. So yes, while it's true that we need a rainfall, but also the storm that accompanies it, sometimes it becomes very, very devastating. And that is why when you're building your house, you need to hire good workers, people who know how to do the job. Because if you hire somebody who does not really know how to do the job, they're going to do not a good job for you, and at the end of the day, all of your efforts are going to be wasted. But first, good morning and welcome wherever you are and whatever you are doing. It's my pleasure to welcome you again to another very, very fascinating edition of the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1. And we're coming to you live via our various social media platforms. Welcome, and invite someone to listen or view alongside you, because we've got a lot in store here for you. Let me now usher in my colleague, Dennis Nipson. Dennis, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Yekisi. It's good to be back on this Monday morning after a little rest during the weekend.
Sure.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. How was yours?
It was wonderful. It was a bit tiring and very, very busy because my church celebrated our 55th anniversary, the Monrovia Open Bible Standard Church. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was busy with that.
Yeah, I think I saw some pictures on social media.
Yeah.
From you about that.
Yes.
Yeah, but congratulations. You're doing a great job there for God.
Thank you.
Yeah, so folks, that's it. That today's show right here. A lot of happenings in the country, but the most exciting happening, though it's not exciting for some counties now, because some counties are already out. Out. That has to do with the national county sports meet. Oh yes, some teams have been qualified for the semi-final stage, like River G, and it was so surprising, very, very surprising, to have seen River G booted out Bong County, but congratulations.
A little known River G, right?
Yeah, River G is not really known to be that team that usually performs in the county sport meet.
Yes.
So their performance the other day was just extraordinary. And also on yesterday, Grand Bassa County booted out Monrovia County. I don't know. Monrovia County is like the epic center for all of the other counties. But whenever it comes to the county sport meet, they don't do well. I don't know why.
Because I think the extraction and all of the zeal and thing like that is directed towards the counties. People want to identify with their counties,
with where they're from.
Yeah, where they are from. So you realize that most of the best players and all of them, they go towards the county to be identified with a county, because that's where the support goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Monrovia County, I had expected, a better view, not just in this county sports meet, but in previous county sports meet. But usually, the performance of Monrovia County beats my imagination, because there's an epic center. This is where everybody conglomerates, from the various counties. So I don't know whether. Where are the people from Monrovia County? Where are they?
The Congo boys.
Yeah,
girls.
the Congo boys. So where are you guys? Why you say that your county continuously be defeated? And this is the county where we all assemble. Yeah. So that's it. Congratulations to Grand Bassa County. They've qualified for the semi-final of the county sports meets. Congratulations to also Lofa County.
Yeah,
Lofa County defeated Bomi County, although it was a controversial match yesterday at the SKD Sports Stadium. But congratulations to Lofa. Congratulations to the President of the Republic.
The theme of the president, whenever there's a particular president, there's always this, issue with their team being qualified. It happened then during the WIA administration.
Yeah.
Now it's the Boaga administration, and then.
and that is why I said the referee needs to be very careful, because anything that appears to be cheating, of course, is going to be politicized. It's going to be politicized, because, like you said, we saw that 2018 when President George Weah took over during the final between Nimba and Grand Crew County. there was something that appeared to be cheating that
even
irritated.
though the game was fair, because I'm from Grand Creek.
Oh, okay. You're from Grand Creek, so you were saying the game was fair. I have a name County. That game wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to be. And that there was an occurrence that irritated the Bayerns, and so they have to walk out of the pitch.
Yeah, at a wrong.
And they were fine. they were fine for that. But later on, I think that fine was relief of them.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, we are watching out. This particular county sports meet.
And Lofa County is my second choice. So
okay, Lofa
I'm supporting Lofa. Now Grand Creek is not in the
and yesterday's game was so interesting because the president is from Lofa County and
his wife,
the first lady, is from Bomi County. So
you saw the jersey of the president? Bofa. He had a jersey, Bofa, Bomi, and
Bofa, ready?
Bofa.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I think if there were anything like cheating in that game, it was either a mistake from the referee, but I don't think it's something that the president will support.
Yes.
Because his wife is from Bomi County, so he would feel okay if he cheats his wife, to win the game. So if there were anything that appears to be like cheating, then I think the ref must be blamed for that. It was either a mistake from the ref. And at the end of the game, we saw that the boss from Bomi County were very angry. They were chasing the ref, attempted attacking, the referee. Thanks to the Liberian National Police assigned there at the sports stadium that curtailed that situation. But folks, let's all be peaceful as we go on with this county sport meet. This thing is all about unification. It's all about reconciliation. It's all about bringing Liberians together, especially after a tension-packed election.
And there's so much zeal when it comes to the county sports meet. And one thing I told someone looking at Lofa County, the son from Lofa County, I said, each season there's a need that they pay those musicians that did that Lofa County song is really dope, it's actually good. And the unity that comes with the county meet, it's important that they maintain that and also maintain the players, spark those good players and also ensure that they are scouts, and then work along with them, ensure that they become sustainable in terms of going on the national team and all of that. And the issue with this whole thing that has to do with the lighting of the stadium, that also is a factor also that perhaps kill the momentum a bit of the game, because people want to play at a pace, and when you have a draw, you want to justify maybe with a second round, right?
Yeah.
Of the game. Extra time. That's it. Extra time. And you realize that they cannot, do that because of the situation. And we hope and pray that, that can be worked on before the final or even semi-final. Hope they can work on that. That would be good. Because also the safety of those who go at the stadium. Because Yekezi, that when those giant side lights I put on, it gives visual, it gives view to better lighting to those who go in the field, because there are a lot of other people who go, our brothers they are there to steal people's phone, do all sort of things. So people leaving from the stadium, it is important that the place is actually light up so that people can find their way. They can be able to walk freely and leave the field.
Myself, I have serious problem with that, especially the postponement of the game between Grand Jude and Nimba County. That game had ended in a draw, and I think it was 2-2, and they're supposed to have gone for extra time, but surprisingly, the Ministry of Youth and Sport had to negotiate with the coaches of both teams that the game be postponed to Monday, which is today because of bad lighting system. And I think the Ministry of Sports had a lot of time to put things together to carry out preparations for the county sports meet, because this county sports meet should have been played since December. It usually is played between December and January. So I mean, it was postponed because the current president asked the former president for this county sport meet, to be played now, to be used as, a way of reconciling Liberians under his regime. So I think there should have been better preparations made, where in the lighting system should have been in place ever since.
Yes.
Yeah, but surprisingly, it just appears that not
Much.
better preparation.
Yes.
Was made.
Done, yeah.
And even as we speak, just over the weekend after Nimba and Grain Junior game was postponed to Monday, there was this information from the Ministry of Youth and Sports that if yesterday's game, any of the two football matches yesterday, if it had ended in a draw,
yes, there's a penalty shoot.
It would have ended in a penalty shoot, and we should stop doing backward things.
Exactly.
That's not the rule of
the football or soccer.
Why should we, always do things differently, and not even differently in a unique way, but differently in a bad way.
Yeah, we are in the one bottle era.
Yeah, I mean that's the rule. That's just the global rule of football. Whenever there's especially when you're in a quarterfinal or a semi-final.
Yeah.
Once the game ends in a draw, you go for extra 30 minutes. Extra 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, if that draw cannot be settled, if nobody scores, then you can go for a penalty shootout. Mm-hmm. But because of lighting system, then we're changing the rule, we're twisting the rule. That is bad. That's not the rule of football, and it's like I mean, we're not in a different planet, man.
Everything about Liberia is always different. It's always strange, and hope we can work, around that to ensure that, because the players themselves will need to play. And the thing about penalty shoot, not all players are good at penalty shoot.
Of course.
So the extra 30 minutes will give them the time to really perform, to ensure that they do not enter into penalty shoot. But now you have penalty shoot. It's actually, something to talk about. But I think the Ministry of Youth and Sports didn't do well in terms of their planning on how they plan the game, because if you say all is set to start the county sports meet, you should have all of those things considered. The lighting is a major factor.
It's a major.
That light can go as far as ERW Junction. People are walking, leaving the stadium to go and get Vigo, or perhaps they are trading pathway, to where they are coming from. It helped them. The country around the stadium is not already safe. You have all of the Zogos that come out during that period, and some of them even enter the field. So all of those things need to be taken into consideration. How people go on the field, where they have gone to enjoy themselves, to have unity amongst themselves, but there should be safety. Even the players, the way they play, and all of that, is something that we need to talk about. And if there's this situation, I think what the ministry needs to do is to adjust the game time as well.
Yeah.
Adjust it. Even if you have everybody, going because of the soonest or the time you put the game out, maybe you make it so early that some people might not go, but others will go as well. People that want to go, perhaps they will sacrifice. If it's for work, they will ask for excuse or thing. But there's a need that they adjust the time to bring that uniqueness of the game, where you have the extra time. You cannot have semi-final. You say when somebody go 90 minutes and they have draw, then they should go for penalty shoot. No, adjust the time. If you are starting the game by 3, bring the game to 1 o'clock or 12 May Day. Let them start the game and go on, because people want to play. The players are zealous. They want to justify. They need extra time. That's taking their right away. They're playing right away from them. That's not a rule of this soccer game.
Of
So I
course.
think they need to work on that. YKC.
They need to do more. They need to do more next time. They have already poorly performed this time, but I hope during the next County Sports Meet, they are going to do better. And Josephus Tama Barclay Pay, my brother, is saying, we do agree. Every tournament has its own rule. All right, but the general rule for football is, whenever a game is quarterfinal or semi-final, whenever it ends in a draw, especially where you're having one round, the game goes extra time. Okay, so let's assume, let's agree that every tournament has its own rule. So then, since if we should go by a logic, then of course that particular rule should have been brought forth earlier, even before the match could start. All right, then everybody will be aware about that, even though it would have been a substandard rule. But since indeed you want to go by the substandard rule, then let it be done before the tournament can even start and it be announced, because that's not what been happening before in previous county sports meet. That's not what been happening. So now if you want to bring a change of the rule, then let the people know earlier so that they can be aware. Not in the middle of the game where maybe there's a draw, an unexpected situation, and then you try to adjust the rule. That's that. I think it's just attributable to poor planning.
But the thing about it, Yekizi, talking about the rules of the game, we agree. If you talk about every tournament, has a rule and thing like that. You talking about the issue like what we witnessed during the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. They had break in between tension, I think breather or something for the player. That you can say is a rule, for the tournament, but not they set guidelines of the game that there should be extra time, and you say people want to change that. If I want to change that, then you're talking about you have 11 men on the field of play, right? That's the rule for the FIFA standard. So Liberia won't come and say, okay, because of our tournament, we want to have 7 men like a training match. No. So the rules should be the rules, and we should also follow. If there's anything at the beginning of the game, that should be communicated with the team, and that will help them to put in extra to know that we only play in a game here for 90 minutes at this time. But turning that, like you said, was a poor planning.
Sure. I hope the Ministry of Sports can do better. Mr. Bangalore, I hope you and your team can do better next time. Now, folks, the dashboard here is open, so you can play the Spoon 175 Mega Daily Cash Splash. The radio game is open now, so it's been open since 7 o'clock, and folks have been playing. Folks who already know about the game have already been playing. I'm seeing a lot of transactions here already. So if you want to be a part of the draw, all you need to do is to dial the playing code *799#, *799#. Select number 3 for Spoon FM and pay the playing fee, which is 70 cents US or 100 Liberian dollars, and you can pay using your mobile money account, either your USD account or your LD account. But just in case you are not registered with mobile money, you can still go and buy the recharge card, and you also be opportune to play and win yourself 2,500 Liberian dollars here at the end of the show later on this morning. So again, the playing code is *799#, *799#, *799#. You select number 3, and you only using No Star Cell SIM card. You're not using any other GSM company. All right, only No Star Cell SIM card. If you have a No Star Cell SIM card, you just dial *799#. Select number 3 for Spoon FM. And you choose how to pay the playing fee, which is 70 USD or 100 Liberian dollars. And you pay using your mobile money account, or you buy a recharge card. activate on your phone and play. And you can play multiple times because it's a raffle draw. And so the more you play, the more your chances are to win. So you can get playing this morning if you have not yet. And at the end of the show, you might just be one of our lucky winners for today. All right, so folks, that's it. What's the weather forecast today in Monrovia? Yes, yesterday it was last evening. It rained cats and dogs, and I think a lot of people welcome the rainfall because we've been having several sunny days, and the place has been very hot, especially with the fluctuation of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. I think the rain last night brought some cold weather here in Monrovia, Liberia. But I mean, we are already in the rainy season, so it's not a surprise to have such heavy downpour of rain. So according to weatheratlas.com, in Monrovia today, relatively clouded weather is anticipated. Minimal precipitation is expected for today. And the temperature is predicted to vary slightly from a high of a tropical 31 degrees Celsius and 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit to a low of a moderately hot 27 degrees Celsius and 80.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And of course, the maximum temperature, the sun rose at 6:30 and the sun was set at 6:50, and the daylight will last for 12 hours and 20 minutes. So we are having longer days, shorter night. If you head into town, of course, expect huge traffic congestion at major points along the road. The vehicle inspection continues on today, so I'm sorry if you're just setting out for town. Definitely, you're going to be caught up in the traffic. You're going to feel traffic bored if you are somebody who feels traffic bored, because the vehicular inspection causes a huge traffic congestion along the road, especially around the ministerial complex. There can be a very, very huge traffic congestion. Those of you also using the back road to get on the main road, expect huge traffic congestion. Going further to town, the Catholic community is going to be another point of traffic congestion. The Vamama Junction, even before reaching the Vamama Junction, there's going to be a slow movement of the traffic, beginning at the car wash area, passing through the Invincible Park. And at the 20th Street, one of the few places, streets where we have the traffic light, there's going to be a little bit of traffic congestion there. And also moving further, slow movement of the traffic around 9th Street, 12th and 9th Street. A little bit of traffic congestion at the Stella Maris Junction. That's a school zone. On the opposite side of the road, you also have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where people are crossing the road from one point to another. So you expect traffic congestion at that route. Heading further to town, a little bit of traffic congestion this morning will be at the Capital Bypass area. All right, and the various busy market areas this morning, expect traffic congestion there. The Red Light Market, Omega Market, Douala Market, Waterside Market. Not much of a traffic congestion is experienced at the Waterside Market of recent. I think there's some order there now, so yeah, we see smooth movement of
Traffic.
the traffic there.
Yeah.
So don't expect much of a traffic congestion there at Waterside Market. Yeah, so folks, those are a few major traffic congestion hotspots in the country. All right, and let's go quickly to bring you the exchange rates this morning from the Central Bank of Liberia. And according to the CBL, these are indicative rates based on results of daily surveys of foreign exchange markets in Monrovia and selected cities of Liberia. And these rates are collected from the Central Bank, Commercial Bank's Parallel Market, and the Licensed Forex Bureau. The rates are not set by the Central Bank of Liberia. So as the latest rate says, 192 Liberian dollars to 1 USD for the buying rate, And for the selling rate is 194 Liberian dollars to 1 USD. But mind you, that's going to vary from one point to another. So don't be surprised you go somewhere in the corner and the man tells you that, oh, my rate is 190 or 189. Yeah, don't be surprised. Okay, so folks, that's it right here. This morning we'll be cutting across Liberia to speak to some of our correspondents. We understand that there was a heavy storm there in Bapalo County that destroyed several homes, leaving several residents there homeless. So let's see whether we can connect with our correspondent there in Bapalo County. His name is Solomon Tipler, to give us more information on that incident. And from Bapalo County, we'll go over to Nimba County, where we have our man Christopher Fan to tell us what's the atmosphere there like as it relates to post by-election in Nimba County. So we're trying to connect with Solomon Tipler this morning to tell us what's going on in Bapalo County relative to this heavy storm disaster that occurred there on yesterday. Hope we can get him on this morning. So if we don't get him, then of course we will have to go to Nimba County quickly to speak to Christopher Fan as well, to tell us the atmosphere there after the election. So I'm not getting Solomon, so let's see whether we can quickly go over to Nimba County to speak to Christopher Fan. Yeah, Christopher is there in Saclay, PA. Nimba County. Saclay is said to be central Nimba County. Good morning to all of you watching us this morning. Wonkemi Sendoro is watching. Thanks for following the show. Samuel Glebone is watching from Rehab, Jacobtown, Lower Johnsonville. Gerald Yandoro is also watching. G Prince Jeru, okay. G Prince Jacobs is watching from Kakata City, Magibi County. K Ross Drippot is also says he's watching. Thanks for following the show. Determinant Moses Kamara is following the show, watching from Kipmount County. Tamba Aliu is watching the show from Bone County. Hey man, Bone County, the Poya Ozao. Kamara Zina is watching this morning from Doe Community. Conquay Boca Collier. Okay, Conquay, it's been a while. He's our correspondent there in Bone County. Yeah, Conquay, thanks for following the show this morning. Bwaka Yama Jr. is also following the show this morning. Angeline Smith following live from O'Hill. Ruben Cooper is following. Joe Body is also following. And everybody following this morning would like to say good morning and welcome to the show. So it seems we're not getting Christopher Fan and that of Solomon Tipler. I gave Solomon Tipler one more try. If we cannot get him, then of course we have to move over to other things here this morning. But don't forget to play the Spoon 107.5 Mega Data Cash Splash. Is on. Your radio is open from now all the way till 9:55 when we hope to be drawing our winners. So all you need to do is to dial the playing code *799#, *799#, select number 2. That's number 3. I'm sorry. Select number 3 for Spoon FM. And you choose how to pay the playing fee, which is just 70 US or 100 Liberian dollars. You can pay using your mobile money account if you have money on it. That is your LD or your USD account, or better say, you just go and buy the recharge card, activate on your phone, and you play. And after that, you automatically get into the draw, and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. Something that can make your day a little bit, worthwhile. I know it's not plenty money for some people, but it's a lot of money for others. So you want to give it a try. A lot of people have played here on our platform and they've won. So you want to be one of our winners here this morning. So I've not yet gotten Solomon Tipler. I'm trying Chris for the last time. If we cannot get them, then of course we will have to go to discuss other issues here in
apparently the network situation
in Liberia.
Yeah.
I just want us to talk about this particular issue there in the Catholic community. Diamond Slanger was there over the weekend, and again, there appears to be another standoff there between community dwellers and gay who is claiming over 13 acres of land there in that particular community. So let's just bring you a gist of what happened there over the weekend, then we can get to talk about it a little bit.
Hello folks, good morning from Conga Town Catholic community here along the Totman Boulevard. As you can see, that tire is up in flames and the smoke is oozing and bellowing up into the skies. This is supposed to be a very, very peaceful Sunday morning here, but as you can see, these guys are taking away the steel rods, and this is the disputed land in the Catholic community that the gay family did get a ruling from the Supreme Court to claim their property, but this has been met with stiff resistance. Community dwellers, some of whom have said they are not going to evacuate. Some of the homes have already been demolished. And this is in district number 10, Monrovia County. So what we've gathered this morning is that some folks had come earlier to plant cornerstones, saying that they've bought the land from the gay family and they are come to plant their cornerstones. The residents are agitating and saying that nobody is going to plant any sort of cornerstone here. This case is in court. We have the elders to speak to as well. They did chase people away. So where you see at the far end is where those who have supposedly come to plant the cornerstones have currently run to. So the residents are saying nobody is going to plant any cornerstone here. They are going to resist, and they've put up a no-go zone with the smoke that you can see. The set tires are ablaze, and so far only one officer from the Liberian National Police would they see on the scene, and even the officer accompanied those who came to plant their cornerstones. So this is what is happening currently here at the Catholic Junction community. The demolition and the evacuation exercise that was granted by the court, placing the gay family in 13.7 acres of land that spans from here all the way to the beach. But I want to see if we can speak to one of the elders. Morning, Papa, how are you? Morning, Chief. Morning. This is Spoon TV. You want to speak to us quickly? We see that tire has been set ablaze. What is going on here, sir?
Well, you see, I'm not going to check. And this community already have a problem with your medical. Several people to this place. Nobody's coming. But while I was basically going to check, I saw a group of people in a truck with cement and steel rods, saying the team to do what they call plenty steel rod, putting color to do something. But I said, no, some people already told us, nobody's going to do it until we go through it. What? Sunday morning, why people are going to judge?
There is a ruling from the Supreme Court that placed the gay family in 13.7 acres of land. When was this new prohibition that you're talking about issued by the Supreme Court?
Supreme Court land issue. They were given the right that we wouldn't find what we call their information to do our money.
Okay.
And so our lawyer called us, we went there, our lawyer talked to us, and they said we should come this last Friday, after Thursday. They asked them to bring here report. They asked and they told us that nobody should do anything. Supreme Court, they just in chamber, Kabam. He said nobody should do anything in that community until Supreme Court go through the other place. They did clean, but I'm gonna fight the people. The gay, the Benslow, the Kazoo, the Finley, and the Plumber. Just one place be clean among the 5 people. So the court said they gotta go through it, then they will decide who will the problem.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So that is it right there for you. You know, this issue of land dispute in Catholic community is something that is long lasting now. But in recent time, you know, there has been this tussle over the land, wherein at one point in time, the Supreme Court, you know, ruled in favor of the gay family. But then there were a lot of people coming up to claim the same land, and some of those who claim to own the land, you know, hire lawyers, and the lawyer filed in a bit of information, and following the bit of information, the Supreme Court placed prohibition on any further demolition there on that land. But surprisingly, over the weekend, we saw the gay family. I don't know whether the Supreme Court notified the gay family that it has placed a prohibition, you know, on further demolition exercise there on that land, because the Supreme Court had earlier on, you know, given them the go ahead to demolish any property, you know, occupying over a little over 13 acres of land there in that Catholic community area. But following a bit of information to the court, the justice in chamber, Yusuf Kaba, you know, placed a prohibition on further demolition exercise. But just over the weekend, we saw a force go into the community, trying to plant cornerstones and all of that, and that was resisted by community dwellers. So that's exactly what went on. We saw blazing tires, you know, at the junction of the road, and we saw community dwellers there at lockerheads. We saw people making their way with steel rods and all of that. So that's it. But my own thing here is whether the Supreme Court had notified the Gates family, because they are earlier on ruled in favor of the Gates family, and if the Supreme Court had notified them that it has placed a prohibition, you know, on that particular on its earlier ruling,
yeah,
then I mean, why would the gay family want to go and, you know, cause chaos? Because the community dwellers are in the know, they are aware, they are informed that, you know, the Supreme Court has placed a prohibition on any further demolition exercise. So even if the gay family had not gone there to carry out demolition, I don't think they should have even been there. I mean, they have the right to move about the community, but I think for their own safety, say it's not even, you know, okay to go there and move about that community, because, you know, the kind of annoyance, you know, the Supreme Court ruling has caused in that community. Earlier on, you know, there was demolition exercises carried out there by the gay family, and, you know, a lot of people are, you know, I'm frustrated over that. So going in that community, say, is a risk for the gay family, and moreover, going there to plant cornerstone after the Supreme Court had placed a prohibition on its preliminary ruling, I mean, is something that will obviously cause tension in the community. So I don't know why the gay family, you know, decide to trade on that path. I think it's wrong, and land issue in this country is something sensitive. It's something that we need to be very careful about. In many cases, it has caused serious riot. It has caused deaths. So whenever it's being handled, it has to be handled with care. It has to be handled properly. So I think the gay family will have to be careful, because everybody in the community now seems to be alerted. You know, awaiting anyone who claims to be from the gay family to go in that community, and once they see you, I mean, they're going to resist your whatever action you want to carry out in the community. So you don't want to go there, especially when the Supreme Court has already placed a prohibition on that whole demolition exercise. I don't know what's your take, Dennis.
Yeah, I think for me, I feel that they should do the right thing. You know, like you spoke about the prohibition placed by the Supreme Court. I think there's a need to follow that. If they are not following that, because perhaps we can find a time to, you know, find out from the gay's family or who is involved, why are they carry on an art after a prohibition, you know, were placed on the entire exercise there at the Catley Junction or Catley Road. So that would be the better way, because we don't know now what really happened, or if perhaps Diamond has some, you know, information aspect that he could, you know, better explain. But I think that the law is the law and the law should follow. People should follow the law whenever there's any ruling, or not ruling, but any stay order like that from the Supreme Court. I think there's a need that they follow. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So over to other developments. Let's go to the executive mansion website.
Yes, I was just about to talk
there
about
was
that.
some appointments.
Yeah, some nominations,
yeah,
and
nominations, so to
appointments
speak.
made.
Nominations made. Yeah, so I'm just going to read this. For immediate release, President Bouaka nominates and appoints additional officials of government. And that was yesterday, April 28, 2024. The Executive Mansion, Monrovia. The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Bouaka Sr., has nominated and appointed additional officials of government affecting the Ministry of National Defense, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the National Security Agency, and the Office of the President. These appointments were applicable as subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate. The institutions and those nominated and appointed are Ministry of National Defense, Brigadier General Jordan Janet George, Minister of National Defense. Yeah, at the National Security Agency, Major General Prince C. Johnson III was
sent to NSA.
Yeah, NSA. So he was nominated there as Director for National Security at the NSA. Congratulations to him. Office of the President, Major General Daniel D. Zianka, military advisor. At the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. J. Henrique Pearson III, Director General for Passports and Visas, with the rank of ambassador there at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And President Bouaka further calls on all those nominated and appointed to continue to demonstrate diligence, commitment, integrity, professionalism, and loyalty in service to nation. And of course, the Presidential Press Secretary signed it. So yes, another nomination and appointments made. And congratulations again to everybody nominated and appointed, but specifically to Major Prince Charles Johnson III. You know, he had earlier on been appointed.
Yes.
At the Ministry of National Defense, but the AFL wives have problem with him. They protested here for several days, blocked major routes in the country, calling for his resignation. They pointed out that they didn't want him because of the former manner in which, you know, he's been operating, the AFL as chief of staff there of the armed forces of Liberia. So The president, thought he resigned. He resigned following all of the protestations, and because they seem to have been very firm that if Prince Charles Johnson does not resign, they are not going to leave the street. They will continue to protest and protest and protest until he resigns. And he thought it wise to resign. And this time around, he's been nominated to another position, National Security Agency. And I think that's a position that suits him.
Yeah, it's a good thing that he has been reappointed or nominated, by the president. Prince C. Johnson is a foreign professional, Liberia, can boast of. So if you have some of your best, it is good to, make use of them and not retiring them, or perhaps allowing them to leave Liberia and maybe go into the private sector, stuff like that. I'm hearing an echo. To go into private sector, it is good that the president thought it wise to find a place to put him. And I hope and pray, not pray, but I hope that he will, better perform in that capacity at the NSA or area also that is very sensitive area. Yeah, he's used to the military, and the military don't talk much. So I think he would do better there as well. And also to a female that has been nominated as the defense minister. That's a plus to have a female in that role. And I don't want to say, but I think perhaps it's the first female to serve that position. If I'm right for that, that is good as well in terms of the president stands on women empowerment, female, having more females in position, into top positions of government. I think that's good, and we hope to see what they bring to that positions, what they will do better, and how that will be done. And we saw that Henry Topa, that is Henry Pearson, right? Henry Pearson has been sent to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I think I saw something like Daniel Zianga. Yes, as
military advisor to the president. So he works directly with the president. So congratulations to all of you. And we hope you can serve well. We hope you perform those and responsibilities that you've been appointed and nominated to. We hope you can perform it well, because once you do well, the country grows, the country moves forward, lives of citizens change. So we wish all of you well. Okay, so now another thing that happened last week has to do with this.
At the headquarters of, and he's one of your security here.
And I didn't get answer to that.
So do you want to leave and they are stopping you, or what's happening?
I can't go. I think he saw when I took the building and you can't it's fast. It's really fast.
Okay, so she has a point. Okay.
Please allow us to search your car.
I asked you to search the car.
Are you ready? Are you ready for
Okay.
search the car?
No.
Are you ready?
Can
you please allow us to search the car?
And he walked out.
Oh, can you please? Well, we are police. Actually, the police allow us to search the car. We came up with instruction. I am now a sport member of the National Police. I'm not talking to you so that you understand my role on my function here.
But I told you to come and
Yes,
search the
okay,
car
no
and
problem.
he walked out.
Okay, what security? The police guy is sitting. Not to the top.
I told you to
Security
search the
come.
car and he walked out.
Yeah, when I come be there, be that person. Yeah, search the car. When I come.
Okay, so the search now will commence so as to allow her to leave right after the completion of the search, because the police said they received information that some workers were leaving with some government's property upon hearing of their suspension. So the police came to restore order, and
No, what you that is perfect. Call it chief again. Computer. I must call it chief. Call it chief.
Samba, what did that say?
so the police search is ongoing, and making sure that government properties do not leave the premises of the LTA. So they are saying that a laptop or two are in the bag, but they want to know whether the spec of the laptop is LTA, and that they are to retrieve anything that belongs to the LTA.
Okay, folks. Yeah, so you heard that. That was our reporter Haji Masaleh. He was later on joined there by Diamond Slanger. They had gone to, bring us coverage about what was going on there at the LTA. So, as you may know, about a few days ago now, about 2 days ago, President Joseph Boakai suspended the Board of Commissioners of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority, the LTA. And those that were suspended were Madam Edwina Zakpa. She's the chairperson of the board. Israel Akisanya was also suspended. Mr. Zotawon D. Titus was suspended. Mr. James Bowie and Mr. Usman K. Dix. They were all suspended, respectively, for allegations of questionable financial transactions and other malpractices at the LTA. And the president, in that press release talking about that suspension, requested a comprehensive audit of the institution by the General Audit Commission to be able to investigate those allegations at the LTA. So, according to the police, after this press statement from the executive mansion, they got an intel that some of those who were suspended were making away with government properties. And so, based on the intel or tip-off that they got, they decided to go there to ensure that nobody walks away or make away with government property. And so when they went there, they locked the gate and ensuring that nobody leaves the compound with government property. So this particular lady, I understand she's the special assistant in the office of the chairperson of the LTA, Madam Zagba. So you see, you're having some confrontation with the police. The police, according to her, locked the gate when she was about to, go out. They requested a search of a vehicle to ensure that she's not leaving the compound with government's property, even though she was not one of those suspended. But she works directly, according to information, with Madam Zagba, the chairperson of the LTA. So later on, she was given, she gave the police a go-ahead to search her vehicle, and they searched her vehicle. They saw 2 laptops there. She said one is a personal laptop, and the other one is for, I think she said her husband.
Mhm.
Okay, and later on, that was it. But the main bone of contention here was whether the police had the right to carry out the search without a warrant. That's the main point of contention. Whether the police had the right to carry out the search without
Search warrant.
search warrant. And Article 21 of the Constitution of the country says, okay, so it's 21B. So I'll read from A. It says, no person shall be made subject to any law or punishment which was not in effect at the time of commission of an offense, nor shall the legislature enact any bill of attainder or ex post facto law. Okay, and B says, no person shall be subject to search or seizure of his person or property, whether on a criminal charge or for any other purpose, unless upon warrant lawfully issued, upon probable cause supported by a solemn oath or affirmation, specifically identifying the person or place to be searched and stating the object of the search, provided, however, that a search or seizure shall be permissible without a search warrant where the arresting authorities act during the commission of a crime or in hot pursuit of a person who has committed a crime. So from the reading of the Constitution, from the reading of Article 21 of the Constitution of the country, it states clearly that nobody should be subjected to search and seizure, whether on criminal charge or for any other purpose, unless a warrant is lawfully issued for a probable cause. All right, but the case there, the issue there at the LTA, that was not the case. So that lady was subjected to search her vehicle, her property. That's a personal vehicle, according to info. So she was subjected to search. That vehicle was subjected to search without any warrant from the Liberia National Police. So they should have had a warrant. They should have issued a warrant before searching her property. As per the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, Article 21. You can go there and read. So the only time a search or seizure is permissible without a warrant is where there's a commission, an ongoing commission of a crime.
Mhm.
Yeah, wherein there's somebody is carrying out a criminal act and the police is on the scene. For that, the police can carry out a search and seizure without a warrant. But besides that, every other search and seizure should be lawfully done. The police must be able to issue a search and seizure warrant before they carry out the act. So why is true that there were, it might be true, I don't want to say for sure that it's true that, but usually in Liberia, whenever government officials are leaving office, they tend to raid the entire office. They tend to carry alongside them government property and all of that. Even though in some cases too, some of those government officials, they go into the office and they mean nothing there, and they go in and buy, their personal things and take them to the office. And so when they are leaving the office, they have to take them away. But other people, feel that, since they're leaving the office, since they've been suspended, or maybe the tenure of a certain government has elapsed, and they have to leave, and so they must leave with government property. So the tip off from the police, yes, that was a good thing, but again, that needed a warrant before the police needed a warrant before searching that lady's vehicle.
Yes, like you said it right. You can see Article 21B of the Constitution says it right, and I think that we can say the police acted unlawful out of the Constitution, because what we read within the Constitution, and the lady said there was not a search warrant, that shows that they did not follow the law in terms of how they go about it. And the police, I don't think acting like it was a war that is coming, and that person, you will not see them again. I say this to say, Yekizi, this is a person who is working with the institution. All of the equipment or whatsoever asset and property of the institution, I think those things are coded. And if someone leaves with a property of that institution, you can do a trace. Yeah. This thing was with this person. They have taken it out of the office. The police can have the time to get the search warrant and then go after that person, go at their home or whatsoever they are, and tell them that this is why we have came to search your home. We know that you brought this with you. And with all of these things that we are talking about, I listened to the president during his inaugural speech, and one thing that I took from there that I was so happy about is no business as usual. No business as usual. That means, or that implies, that all other unlawful way of proceeding, all other way that people were going about executing government official, or either the past president was proceeding in the wrong, this government was about to do the rightful thing that Liberians have been yearning for over the years, that not business as usual. We won't do how people were doing those things. So what we are going to do is to follow the law, is to do things rightly. And that's why the Liberian people overwhelmingly, or I would say, gave the mantle of authority to this government to ensure that they can do the right thing. We saw in time past how the past leadership, the past government, had a lot of lapses, a lot of procedural errors that Liberians spoke about. Now with this government that has come to say things will be done differently, there won't be business as usual, we saying that there are other lapses being, taking place. I say this to say that the issue with the tenure positions, Liberia spoke about that the first thing the president did by appointing people to tenure positions, while there were people already occupying those positions and their tenure were not expired, that was a breach of the law. And if the president would have appointed or nominated people to those positions, they would have had the ombudsman in place that will go after those people who have violated the laws to ensure that they can be dealt with, and then another set of officials would have been appointed at those positions. We saw that they had a legal procedure. We saw the ruling from the Supreme Court that the president should allow those people, end their tenure, their positions, and their tenure and all of that. And the president welcomed that, the rule of law, good governance, that was welcoming. A day after, we saw the president appointing people to, suspending and nominating people as acting officials to those positions. I see that as not business as usual, contrary to the president's statement of business as usual. What I thought is that those suspension would have been done even before that issue of nominating people, and that would have eased the whole situation about, the president appointing people to tenure positions. So I would like to say that the legal advisor to the president, Councillor Bushuben Keita, should advise the president in the right way that won't see the president having legal lapses, in terms of how the nominations and appointment are proceeding, how there will be people complaining here and there. We agree that the president has the right, the constitutional right, to appoint and dismiss, nominate and dismiss, but that should be done within the confines of the law, taking to consideration all other, procedures. So that if that is done, that will be good. The issue of that lady at the LTA, well, the police has the right to search people. Like we said, there should be a warrant, and that wasn't a criminal nature, like something happening on the scene that needed urgency. You would have found another means, to go after her if she has taken the property. You can see.
Yeah. So for me, as it relates to the president's suspension of officials there at the LTA and the governance commission, and nominating, folks to act in those positions, well, I think it's left with the legal luminary to actually explain it, because what I decipher from the president's from the Supreme Court's ruling, it was that the president during his previous nomination proceeded wrongly. All right, and he coming back to proceed in another form and manner. Probably he was legally advised. So I think we would need a legal luminary to actually interpret that, to actually explain that as to whether the president is now proceeding well, because I'm not sure the president will want to be made shame, because I consider that as being shameful, because the president has a legal advisor, and a legal advisor is expected to know better. So if you are advising the president on something that later turns out to go against his decision, then it just questions your legal ability. So I don't want to think Keita, the legal advisor of the president, will want to again err like he did first, because earlier he erred, advised the president to nominate folks to positions, to tenure positions. All right. Now the Supreme Court ruled in that matter and said there was a procedural error. So I'm not sure Keita will want to ill advise the president again. I think this time around he has to be careful, because as a matter of fact, the first mistake he made, warrant suspension or some kind of dismissal, that advice given to the president that led to a disgrace to the executive. That I consider that as a disgrace to the president. So it means the president didn't know what he was doing. Why? Only because he has one legal advisor advising him to do things certain way. And of course, the man is his legal advisor, so the president listens to him. The president is not a legal luminary. Of course, he's not a legal luminary to know all of those things. That is why he's surrounded by people from different professions to be able to advise him on certain issues. So if you are a professional, you are a legal luminary, you are a legal advisor to the president, and you are erroneously advising the president and that was proven the first time. I'm not sure you want to repeat that for the second time, because if you do that now, then everybody will, of course, know that everybody will get to know how incompetent you are or unqualified you are for the position. Yeah, so we are watching to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we are watching to see how it plays out. And the issue about that, no one can fight government. So as long you have been suspended, you are suspended because you should be comfortable. If the president, is not comfortable with you and they said administrative issues with them. So for what we say is just the procedure in which it's being done in terms of how it is being the legal advisor and to the president and that. And we saw that in 2020, President George Weah as well suspended officials as well. So we don't want to see this president which told the Liberian people not business as usual to be following the footsteps of what the past administration done wrongly. That shouldn't be, repeated at this point in time.
Yeah. So, folks, you're listening to the Today Show right here on your favorite dial. Our folks on the counties are telling me now that they are ready, but we have to go to the lines.
Yeah.
So call us on 0777 1075 0555 101075. Call us and have your say. This is the Today Show on Spoon FM, Fabric FM. We live on Spoon TV, Support TV, Fabric TV, and via our YouTube channel. My name is Yekezi Zobe. I'm here with Dennis Nipson, and together we're having a wonderful time here with a lot of information being disseminated out there. So call us and now have your say. What have you got to say about everything that we've discussed? But just before you call, the dashboard here is open. If you are interested, you can play the Spoon 1075 Mega Daily Cash Splash. It's a radio promo game or a raffle draw. It draws up to 20 winners every morning, and each winner walks away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. All you need to do is to take your phone, using your new StarCell SIM card, dial 799#, star 799#. And once you dial that code, you're going to see your list of radio stations appear. Spoon FM is at number 3. You're actually going to see Spoon FM at number 3 and number 9, but you select number 3. All right, select number 3 for Spoon FM. You choose how to pay the playing fee, which is just 70 cents or 100 LD. And after that, you automatically get into the draw and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. If you don't have money, your mobile money account, that is your USD or LD account, you can also go there and buy the recharge card to play. And once you do that, you enter the draw and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars at the end of the show. And let me say good morning to my own brother, Josephus Dempsey. He's following the show this morning. Josephus will be having a wonderful time following us this morning. Let's go to the lines now. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you. Your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, this is Steph Alfonso Belly Jr. and I do join you from the Catholic community.
Okay.
This morning.
Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you for your talking points that I've been following, but I want to speak to the issue that has to do with the Catholic community.
Okay.
What really with my imagination is to see people running and coming to plant cornerstones when they have demolished other people's homes. People who have backfilled this land, this water, this swamp, this wetland, and they have lived here for so many years. The Gay family probably intends to sell this place. Why not negotiate with those who have been residing here for so many years? Those who have worked hard to make sure that this wetland is dry, and then they evacuate their properties. Why don't you negotiate with them for rebuying? But instead demolish people's homes and other people are standing by planting cornerstones. I think this is not in good fit. All right, there should be negotiation for rebuy for people who have properties here. And another issue is the issue of the tenure positions. You know, we listen to our president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Boakai. He said, this time there's no business as usual, and that is welcoming. And so we want to encourage him and all of those that are surrounding him, those legal advisors and all, to advise him properly so that things will be done rightly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I beg you, also of your talking point quickly. There was something said on Spoon Talk. I was really wanted to partake, but there was no given me.
No, we don't want to go outside our talking point.
Yeah. No, I need to provide information because maybe you don't have the information.
Go outside. Call Spoon Talk in the evening, yeah?
Wait, man, let me just give you information.
You know, we don't want to go outside our talking point, please. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you join us from?
This is Mr. Boy speaking from New Macari SC this morning.
Let's hear you, sir.
Good morning.
Let us first start telling our God many things, and He has been able to be with us throughout the week. He has made us to see the wonderful money. And every conversation that we carry on, it must be fruitful. In Jesus' name first.
Amen.
Now, let's come back. Let me just talk small about the land being in at Kavli. You know, Kavli was not like that before. But right after the war, the population of this country, everybody was in Monrovia here. And those that we can't admit them, they were like the citizens and they could sell land to anybody. They who get money. Because money, nothing was not in control. Everybody was like they were not doing things that they want to do. So it makes the people to go buy lands during those days that were not for people. Even people with the right, you will see a house start selling. They sell it to you. You don't be careful, you buy it. Thinking that man is never going to be alive, is no more. Or either way he is, he's no more coming back to Liberia. Okay. So you imagine when the people come back now, where are they going? They think that they are in. So let there be peace among them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Let's talk to another person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning, Legacy. How are you this morning too?
I'm okay. How yourself?
Thank you. My name is Robert Nwako, and I come from District 17.
Go ahead, Robert.
Quickly, let me talk about the LTA incident.
The what?
The LTA.
LTA, okay.
Yeah, the security, let's say, the working of the security over there. You had a good point to say, well, you must do the search with warrant and you cannot do it outside the warrant. Yeah, that's true. But where, as the security said, there was a tip-off. And right on the compound, it was not outside the compound, on the compound. I think the security moved in quickly to stop some of those things from going over there. If for anything that they have to go and ask the lady in a peaceful manner, but she said to me, don't really say sorry, but I think the security must be able to work in that direction. What if a lot of people are now set to leave the compound, and then you go, you say, well, there was no such warrant, and the people go, don't you finally again, it will be a lot of work, it will be a waste of money. But anyway, we just say sorry to her, but I think the security are doing a very good work. We come to the advisor that surrounded the president. No, I'm disappointed, seriously disappointed in that. I don't know, you say who we should bring Keita. Legal advisor causing our president to always be slapped in the face. No, all of the legal advisors from the different professions that surrounded the president, if they cannot do their work, my advice to the president, please, Mr. President, when you work overtime, we suffer ourselves to be there. We are not partisan of the United Party, but we support the United Party because of you, because of your presence there. So at this time, if you will let people to come and advise you and cause disgrace always in our face when you go to the Supreme Court slap you, I will not like it. I will go against it, and I will talk the worst thing about it. Listen to what you guys are saying on the very phone call. when Robert Ball understand, see what they can be saying. They're denigrating the government because they see that they got something in their sleeve. Also working the government, you know what they're doing? They're planning to destroy the government by all means. The president got to be very careful. And those that going to advise me, if not doing it, please start suspending and getting out, firing and bringing people that will work in your favor on the advisory board. I beg you, Mr. President. If you don't do so, you're going to be destroyed soon, very, very soon.
Thank you.
Anywhere, and people destroy you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this other person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Harrison Binkson. I'm calling from Kakata.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my problem is that those guys that those tenure positions and what they do, you know, these guys, if I were them, if I were in their shoe, we could have just abandoned the whole place. You see, the president will not be comfortable to work with those guys. So what they should have do, send their thing back and forth, going to the Supreme Court and doing all these things. The people campaign against the men. And the men too was against them. So that group, the men won. But in the case, let them just forget about it and do their job, let the people do it.
Now the people forget about the thing. The people need to fight for the right also.
Yeah, but they are right there. They could have resigned or something like that. They were want to go in or they were going to.
But they don't want to resign. They were legally appointed to those positions.
Yeah. But when you look at the condition now, it will be unfavorable. When they're working with this man here, how that coordination will be between them.
Yeah, so that is why negotiation is needed. So if the president does not want to work with them, he can negotiate with them, pay the rest of the salaries and let them go. But it's also going to be a waste of resources because you're paying them off for the remaining, tenure. And you're bringing new people in to pay, so it's going to be a waste of government's money. But thank you, thank you for calling. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, where you join us from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Luther Sagi Jion. I joined for District 6, most of the country. You can't tell me what I love on the radio.
Luther, you live on the radio, you live on the television, you live everywhere.
Because I want to solicit my view on a particular topic. You see, after President we are maybe she in district number 6.
Who made you see in district number 6, President we are?
After President we are maybe she and district to me in district number 6.
How you made you
I come in, I work for you, whatever I wanted for you to do. You know what to do, and our passing around the way they want it. Then we really came in for job, we are seeing the passing around job, we are doing the wrong thing, and we'll back it. We will talk against it. Right now, I said, let me take the paper that wrong. The government are going for 2 years.
So, Luther, after you ran campaign for President we are in your district. Maybe you expected someone a job and he didn't give you the job, so you jump behind Joseph Waga.
Yeah. You don't get it wrong. Because you're not seeing me here. I saw who that is struggle for my own money.
Okay.
Yeah? The only thing I want for government to do, but things to be simple, things to be good, the economy will go and run my business. I go to school and I go to school. That's why I'm government to give you government to our hold it.
Oh, so you believe George we didn't provide the enabling environment?
Yeah, I really young for it.
Okay.
Let me tell you now. I wrote coming for Joseph, but I didn't stay to my home. I moved from place to place because we know that we're drowning and we just want to hold our hand so we can get drunk. Every set of the government.
Okay.
Why is it that Joseph Boka knows so well that the same new position? They don't want to hate him when you're bad president. Why is coming out there greater guy sitting around him? They quit mentality.
Who the greater guy you talking about? Who the greedy guy that say that around you talking about?
The advisor we around you.
Oh, the advisor call you greedy guy.
Are you sure you voted for the president?
But everybody people just ruling 2 days after 1 month after you carry that he is not president. My president, when you do the wrong thing.
Luther, thank you.
You bring shit to me. I come in, don't call me on. You bring shit to me.
They can't pay for airtime.
You got to call press conference. Call me, we'll come for a press conference.
He gave me no job. I put him on me. Committee for 1 year.
Luther, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Yeah, so we take a few more calls, and we will call it a day. Yeah, I hope that we speak to Solomon Tipler from Bapuru County, where it's been reported that storm disaster left many people there homeless. So we hope we can speak to Solo this morning just before taking leave of you. But in the meantime, call us on 0777 1075 0777 1075 0555 101075. Don't also forget to play the radio entertainment game. It's a raffle draw that draws up to 20 winners every morning, and each winner walks away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. And all you need to do to be a part of the draw is to dial the playing code *799#. You select number 3 for Spoon FM. Choose how to pay the playing fee, $70 USD or 100 Liberian dollars. You can pay using your mobile money account, or you better go buy the recharge card and activate it on your phone, and then you play. You automatically get into the draw and stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. So let's go back to the lines. 0777 1075. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Louis Peters.
Okay, let's hear you. Your line is breaking up, though. Are you there? Okay, we lost him. You can call us back on 0777 1075 0555 101075. So we take at least 2 more calls and call it a day here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good. My name is Wellington L. Bailey, and I'm calling from Johnsonville, Monrovia.
Let's hear you.
What I have on my this morning concerning is talking because is that President Walker came on the platform of increasing government workers' salary or civil service salary. So if he doesn't work on it for now, there are a lot of people that I stand by.
Is there any sign that he's not working on it?
Yeah, we have not seen the sign that he's not. We have not seen the sign that he's working on the shows that since the government took power. We have not seen any or increase in government salary.
Are you sure?
Don't you think? Don't you think it's still very early, or it's not something that's going to happen in a twinkle of an eye? It's a process.
I want to believe that it's still very early. Not too early, of course. It's early, but not too early. So we don't want to consciously that you be able to work on it.
All right, you got me. Go ahead. You see what's ever, Thank you for calling. Let's talk to this person. Okay, we lost that person. Let's talk to this other person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Thank you. And I'm Moba Zeze from Lokintam Bourgeois.
Moba Zeze, let's hear you.
Yeah, and let me be clear on this. And one person who really said Joseph Boakai will be the last president ever in my life to stand in queue to vote for. Joseph Boakai will be the person who will convince me ever again to go stand on the line
to vote in 2029
to vote for president 2029. So this is why when things going this way, it pains me so much. I am Joe Boakai Pekin for Looking Star. But don't be friends in some of these things what we see. It don't treating us well. No, let me be friends. In this country, when we talk about change, we are not saying 100%. Things can never be 100%. You can never buy Cooper Rest $15 again. You can never go to Kovosia and eat $60 nowhere. But You know, no necessary things won't be done. The rule of law. You know, advisors around, you know, me in the country, president advisors not give no more, not do no more. Different in me is clear to me, the state minister, the advisor to the president. I am not feeling so well of their, you know, work. And let me say this: when it comes to, talking about press control, like today now, when you see the gasoline and other things, that the president will speak, there will be no effect in his speech. You say couple arrest, beg arrest, you know, you have results, 20%, 15%, but the reality is not seen. The reality is not seen. Yeah.
Hello, they not reduce beggar ref about 50%. No.
Okay, so
it was reduced by 16 cents. 16 cents. So, I mean, it wasn't that significant reduction. So probably that's why you are not feeding the import.
Yeah, but that's it. Because we believe in the president is the one who have the voice, who has the gamble. There should be a voice of control. Voice of command in the president.
Okay.
When you speak, you speak. Your word is a word policy making. But when you speak and the people do not have that, effect within your speech, you know, something it is something that, you know, it will diminish, you know, the trust and confidence for the people.
Thank you. Let's talk to another person. Let's squeeze in this last person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Let's hear you.
I carry on my story for the topic this morning.
Go ahead.
I'm in a church in our TTS. They're telling me for the topic this morning. My concern is, we the youth, I think we are going to help. I'm seeing all the things I really want to wear my over on spoon. But we the youth, we get nothing to do. On top of we the electrician, every day that must come, every day, we get nothing to do. We get nobody to help us. It's your person Blanca because we don't vote for him. He lost him so much. I think we do people not get no document, they just working the kind of in the community, they stepping up. If someone calls someone out to go hustle to go clean up, they allow them to get meter, they can't say all the time they attack up. So please, President Blanca, I think I just Baba from GSO to camp.
Thank you for calling, George. All right, so folks, that's it. We will hold it right there for now. Thanks to all of you for calling in and making your contributions, making your input towards our discussions here. We will now try to go over to Bapalo County, where we are hearing that storm disaster has left several individuals there homeless. Let's see whether we can speak to our correspondent there, Solomon Tipler. But don't forget, in the meantime, between time, play the Spoon 1075 Mega Dedicated Splash, because shortly we'll be joining 20 winners who will be walking away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. 20 winners walking away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. All you need to do is to dial the playing code *799#. Select number 3 for Spoon FM. You choose how to pay the playing fee next. And the playing fee is just the paying fee is 70 cents US or 100 Liberian dollars. Okay, so once you pay that fee, you automatically get into the draw, and you can pay the playing fee using your mobile money account, your both accounts, USD and LD accounts. Or better still, if you don't have a mobile money account, you can if you don't have money in dollars, you don't have money on your mobile money account, you can go and activate New Star money, buy the recharge card and activate it on your phone, and you automatically get into the draw, and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. So again, we're trying to connect with Solomon Tipler for the last time from Bapalo County. If we don't get him, then folks, okay. We now have Solomon Tipler on the line. Solomon, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Yagazi, and good morning to our viewers and listeners in Radio Land this morning.
Okay, how are you? How's the atmosphere there in Bapalo County?
I'm good this morning, and the atmosphere in Boboli City, at least we're experiencing a good sunshine here in Boboli City.
Oh, you're experiencing sunshine now.
Yeah.
So we are understanding that heavy storm left several homeless there in Bapolu. You want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, Yekasi was on yesterday, to be specific, around 3 to 4 o'clock p.m. when this heavy storm came yesterday, damaged over 15 houses in Bopulu City, and not only
You mean
in
over
Bopulu City,
15 houses?
over 15 houses have been damaged in Bopulu City
Oh,
and
wow.
other towns adjacent Bopulu City. We received a report from Bakwata where some of the houses were damaged. Medina, also Totokwele, Sapima, and some of the towns around Bopulu City got damaged, or houses got damaged. So currently, some of those who were living in those houses that got damaged are seeking refuge in other people or other families' residence currently as we speak.
So how heavy was that storm? Because here in Monrovia, we experienced rainfall that was accompanied by a storm, but that was not as heavy, probably as the one in Bapalo County. We haven't heard any report of that storm destroying houses or de-roofing houses here in Monrovia. So how heavy was that storm in Bopolu City?
Yekazi, yesterday, since I've been in Bapolu for the past 6 years now, and since I've been here, this was the first time ever for me to see storm damaging houses, or the heaviness of the storm yesterday was in easy. People were running helter scatter in Bopolu City when that storm was raging here in Bopolu City.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time. Many a time we've been experiencing storms in Bopolu City, but yesterday it was a different one. And it was also accompanied by a heavy downpour of rain yesterday.
Okay. So where are the victims currently?
Currently, some of those whose houses were de-roofed yesterday are currently squatting in houses of other residents in the towns and villages where those storms damaged houses yesterday. For Bopolu City, one of the victim, it was an old lady. Currently, as we speak, she had nowhere to go yesterday until she had to stay under the rain yesterday in our old house until the rain stopped, and she slept there up to this morning.
Was there any injury or casualty?
Since yesterday, we have not received any injury or any casualties since yesterday. But currently, as we speak, we're still doing our own investigation to go to some of those towns where the storm damaged houses yesterday. So as we speak, we have not received any information of casualty yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what has the local authority there said about this storm disaster, and what are they doing to help find shelter for those who were victimized by this disaster?
Yekazi is so saddened up to present Bapolu local leadership that were appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia have not been inducted yet. So currently, as we speak, they are not into their various offices. Unlike the District 1 representative for Bopolu District, to be specific, Honorable Zina Nomo, was the one who spoke on one of our sisters' program this morning, encouraging citizens that because of the storm that took place yesterday, where some people got victimized as a result of the storm, he making his own intervention to make sure that he come into the county and call on those who got affected, or some of the victims, or all of the victims, to remain calm as he doing all he can to make sure and come in the county to meet some of their needs.
Okay, so according to you, Solomon says you've been in Bopolu is your first time to have experienced such heavy storm disaster. So what do you think is responsible for that? Is it as a result of deforestation and people farming and cutting down trees? What do you think might be the cause?
you can see it's a natural phenomenon for what happened yesterday, because even though there have been storm in Bopolu or in Bapolu County that have been damaging houses, like for one of the incidents we recorded so far, it was in Bakweta, where almost 100 houses got damaged from that storm victim, and we contributed to the deforestation issue. But for Bopolu City and other towns that got affected yesterday, it was a different one. You can see.
Okay, Solomon Tipler, thank you very much for bringing us that report from Bopolu City, Bapolu County. Thank you, Allah.
And you can see, thanks for having me this morning.
Welcome. All right, so he's Solomon Tipler, our Bapolu County correspondent there, filling us in with information from Bapolu County relative to heavy storm disaster that de-roofed or destroyed several houses, leaving several citizens or residents homeless. The local authority there has said or done nothing about the act, unlike the District 1 representative, the district that hosts Bopolu City, who encourage citizens, to remain calm. But so far, so good, folks. That's all the time we have to be here. Thanks for your listening role. And we have been doing the draw since 20 persons walking away with $2,500 Liberian dollars. So if you play the radio entertainment game, you can check your phone. It's 10 o'clock. We don't have the luxury of time to call. Coming up next is news summary from our news and current affairs department. But thanks to all of you who played the radio entertainment game. Check your phones. If you're one of our lucky winners, of course, you're going to see the text in your phone. Check your mobile money as well to know whether you're one of our lucky winners. You can play tomorrow again on the show when Dennis Lipsy and myself will be here to bring you another fascinating show. My name is Yekezi. Bye-bye.